She tapping out again. She's quitting on her team again. The facts was she had not finished any season. Her rookie year with the Sky, she tapped out. She did not finish with Unrivaled. She tapped out, didn't even show up to the playoff games.
Angel Reese has a problem, and it's not her back injury. It's that every single time her team needs her most, she vanishes. Think about it. Her rookie year with the Chicago Sky? She didn't finish the season. The Unrivaled League? She disappeared before the championship games. And now, in 2025, with the Sky sitting at a dismal 8-24 record, she's mysteriously injured again. This isn't just bad luck. This is a pattern that's destroying her reputation and turning her from basketball's next big thing into its most controversial figure. When Angel Reese entered the WNBA, she wasn't just another draft pick. She was supposed to be the savior of the Chicago Sky, a franchise desperate for a new identity after years of mediocrity. The media machine went into overdrive, crowning her Bayou Barbie, a nickname that captured her Louisiana roots, her undeniable swagger, and what everyone believed would be her dominance on the court. The Sky invested everything in this narrative. They built their marketing around her, restructured their roster to complement her style, and sold fans on the promise that Angel Reese would lead them back to championship contention. But somewhere between the press conferences and the actual games, something went terribly wrong. The cracks started showing early in her rookie season. While Caitlin Clark was putting up historic numbers and transforming the Indiana Fever's culture, Reese was struggling with consistency. She'd have a great game followed by 3 mediocre ones. She'd make bold statements to the media about being the reason people watch the WNBA, then fail to show up when the spotlight was brightest. By mid-season, when it became clear she wasn't winning Rookie of the Year, a convenient wrist injury sidelined her for the remainder of the season. Fans noticed, but most gave her the benefit of the doubt. After all, injuries happen, right? Fast forward to 2025, and the pattern has become impossible to ignore. The mysterious back injury that's keeping her out now is shrouded in more secrecy than a government conspiracy. No MRI results have been released. No rehabilitation videos have surfaced. No timeline for return has been given. The team says she's day-to-day, but it's been weeks. Meanwhile, her Instagram account tells a different story. She's posting fashion shoots, promoting her Reebok line, and living her best life. All activities that seem to require a perfectly functional back. The timing is particularly suspicious when you consider that this injury appeared right as the Sky were mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. What makes this situation even more damaging is how Reese handles her absence compared to other injured stars. When Caitlin Clark was dealing with her own injury issues, she was still on the bench for every game, leading huddles, mentoring younger players, and being a visible presence for her team. She understood that leadership doesn't stop when you can't play. Reese, on the other hand, has been completely absent from the team environment. She's not at practices, she's not on the bench during games, and she's reportedly been excluded from team group chats because her teammates are fed up with her behavior. This isn't just about missing games. It's about abandoning your team when they need emotional support and leadership the most. The situation reached a breaking point when reports surfaced that the Chicago Sky organization was actually pursuing legal action against Reese for abandoning the team mid-season. Think about how unprecedented that is. A professional sports franchise suing its supposed franchise player for not fulfilling her contractual obligations. This isn't just a disagreement about playing time or strategy. This is an organization saying that their star player has essentially quit on them. The lawsuit reportedly centers around Reese's pattern of strategic absences and her failure to support the team even when injured. It's the kind of nuclear option that teams only pursue when relationships have completely broken down. Behind closed doors, the locker room dynamics have become toxic. Multiple sources within the organization have revealed that Reese's teammates have created separate group chats specifically to exclude her from team discussions. They're tired of the drama, tired of the excuses, and tired of watching someone who's supposed to be their leader care more about her Instagram engagement than their win-loss record. The most telling sign? The team's performance has actually improved since she's been out. The ball movement is better, the energy is higher, and players who were previously relegated to supporting roles are thriving with the additional opportunities. It's the classic case of addition by subtraction. The contrast between Reese's public persona and her basketball commitment has become impossible to ignore. While she's been injured, she's managed to sign new endorsement deals, launch fashion collaborations, and maintain an incredibly active social media presence. She even staged a Reebok promotional event during what should have been a crucial rivalry game. The message this sends is clear. Basketball is no longer her priority. She's more interested in being a brand than being a baller. And in a league where authenticity and dedication matter, fans are starting to see through the facade. Perhaps the most damaging moment came when Reese suddenly returned to play for exactly one game. Coincidentally, when her grandmother was in town for a family visit. She made sure to get all the photos, all the social media content, and all the heartwarming family moments captured. Then, just as quickly as she returned, she was back on the injured list. The timing was so transparent that even her most loyal supporters couldn't defend it. It wasn't about basketball or helping her team. It was about maintaining her image and getting content for her personal brand. The basketball world has taken notice of Reese's decline. Lisa Leslie, one of the most respected voices in women's basketball, recently ranked Reese as a C-tier talent compared to Caitlin Clark's A-tier status. This isn't just about current performance. It's about commitment, leadership, and the intangibles that separate good players from great ones. Other analysts have been even harsher, with some suggesting that Reese has already played her last meaningful minutes in the WNBA. When you develop a reputation as someone who quits when things get tough, it's incredibly difficult to shake that label. The pattern extends beyond just the WNBA. Her stint in the unrivaled league followed the same script: initial hype, early struggles, convenient injury, complete disappearance. It's happened so many times now that it can't be coincidence. When faced with adversity, when her team is losing, when the spotlight shifts to other players, Reese finds a way to remove herself from the situation. It's a pattern that suggests she's more interested in protecting her image than competing through difficult times. What makes this entire situation even more frustrating is the wasted potential. Reese has legitimate talent. When engaged and healthy, she's shown flashes of being the player everyone thought she could be. But talent without commitment is meaningless in professional sports. The WNBA is filled with players who would give anything for the opportunities Reese has been given. Players who show up every day, who play through pain, who support their teammates even when they can't contribute on the court. The league doesn't need another Instagram influencer. It needs basketball players who care about basketball. The financial implications of Reese's behavior extend beyond just her salary. The Chicago Sky invested heavily in marketing her as their franchise player. Season ticket sales, merchandise, promotional campaigns, all built around the promise of Angel Reese leading them to glory. Now they're left with a player who seems more interested in her next fashion collaboration than their next win. It's a betrayal of trust that goes beyond just the team. It affects the entire organization and its relationship with fans. Looking at the broader impact on women's basketball, Reese's behavior is particularly damaging. The WNBA is at a crucial moment in its history, with more attention and investment than ever before. Players like Caitlin Clark are showing what's possible when talent meets dedication and professionalism. They're elevating the game and bringing in new fans. Reese, on the other hand, is reinforcing negative stereotypes about players being more interested in fame than competition. Every time she chooses a photo shoot over a practice, she's not just letting down her team, she's letting down the sport. The question now becomes, what's next for Angel Reese? Can she salvage her basketball career, or has she already crossed the point of no return? The answer lies entirely in her hands. She could return with a renewed commitment to the game, prove that the injuries were legitimate, and dedicate herself to being the player and leader the Sky need. Or she could continue down her current path, prioritizing her brand over basketball until teams simply stop calling. Based on the pattern we've seen, the smart money isn't on a comeback. The truth is that Angel Reese has become exactly what she claimed to embrace, the villain of the WNBA. But not in the competitive, fierce way that drives rivalries and excitement. Instead, she's become the cautionary tale of what happens when ego and brand building overtake love for the game. While Caitlin Clark continues to elevate women's basketball through her play and professionalism, Reese serves as a reminder that talent alone isn't enough. You need heart, dedication, and a willingness to show up when things get tough. And right now, Angel Reese seems to be missing all three. The saddest part of this entire saga is that it didn't have to be this way. Reese had all the tools to be a transformative player in the WNBA. She had the platform, the talent, and the opportunity. But somewhere along the way, she lost sight of what made her special in the first place: her basketball ability. Now she's known more for her absences than her presence, more for her excuses than her excellence. And in professional sports, once you develop that reputation, it's almost impossible to change the narrative. Angel Reese wanted to be remembered. She's getting her wish, just not in the way she intended.